Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a meal prep video. These are going to be some quick, easy summer meal prep items that I like to make so that I can stay on track during the week. So there's going to be a breakfast meal prep and 2 protein-packed salad meal preps and also some veggie prep. So if you're new to my channel, I would really like you to hit that red subscribe button and make sure if you are subscribed already that your bell notification is turned on. And if you like meal prep videos, give me a big thumbs up. All right, let's get going. First thing we're gonna do is get some bacon cooking. I'm gonna be using this bacon in more than one recipe, so I'm starting here and getting this into the oven. What I like to do for cooking bacon, my little hack, is put the bacon on top of a cookie tray like this, spray it well, and then you will have perfectly crispy bacon every single time, and it won't be just laying in its own fat and grease. I love doing it this way. Literally comes out perfect every single time. Literally bacon perfection right here. Little cook's treat. So good. Okay, so while my oven is still hot, I'm gonna get going with my egg cups. These are so delicious, and I'm gonna be making 2 different kinds today just to have 2 different flavors in the fridge ready for me. So I'm gonna be making a jalapeno popper egg cup, and it's gonna be jalapeno peppers, cheddar cheese, and bacon. And then I'm also gonna be making like a veggie one for my husband that he'll really like, which is tomato, broccoli, and cheddar cheese. Also guys, make sure if you're making these, you really spray your muffin tins well, because the worst thing is when you make such a delicious meal and you cannot get them out. So to my eggs, I'm just gonna be adding some half and half and then a couple spices. I like to add some garlic powder, salt and pepper, and I like to add the garlic powder because it gives it like a nice savory breakfast taste. It's just super delicious. And you OG followers, you OG fans, you know me and my garlic powder. It's pretty much in everything. We're gonna be adding a special ingredient to that in just a second, but first we're going to just prep some of our ingredients. These tomatoes have already been washed, they're already prepped. I did that right after I got them home from the grocery store. Same thing with the broccoli. It's very important, especially now, to make sure you wash and prep all of your vegetables before you go to cook with them. So for my broccoli, I'm chopping it up pretty small because I'm not cooking it beforehand. So the only time it's gonna get to cook is when it's in the oven for the egg cups. So that's why I'm slicing it pretty thin and small. I love these pickled jalapeno peppers. They're delicious and they're not spicy. They're just nice and crunchy and pickled, and they're absolutely perfect. I use them in so many different recipes. Ah, perfect bacon. Okay, here's my special secret ingredient. I'm just gonna add in like a heaping spoonful of this cottage cheese into my egg mixture. If you have never done this before, try it. Not only does it add a little bit more protein, but it makes them like nice and light and fluffy. Ever since I heard the Starbucks egg bites have cottage cheese in them, I've been doing this ever since. Now we are ready. I got my whole assembly line going. We're ready to make these 2 different kinds of egg cups. All right, so jalapeno popper is gonna be on the left, and I'm just doing bacon, jalapeno peppers, and then topping it off with some cheddar cheese. And then the veggie ones are going to be the broccoli, the egg, cheddar cheese, and then I'm gonna put a little cherry tomato just right on the top at the very end. And you guys, have followed me for a while, I do not like egg reheated. So I'm adding very little egg mixture. It's mostly gonna be toppings. I love chunky egg bites, and these are gonna puff up a little bit. So when they come out of the oven, you're gonna see these are absolutely perfect. So it doesn't look like a lot of egg, but trust me, it's plenty. And also the tomato will let me know the difference between the two flavors, so that's a little hack as well. And then I just like to put a little bit of black pepper right on top of each one, and we are done and ready to stick these into the oven. So I'm just gonna put them in the same oven that I had for the bacon, and I'm gonna watch them. It usually takes about 15 minutes for these egg cups to finish. Look how delicious these came out. Perfectly portioned. I'm very proud of myself for how aesthetically pleasing these actually came out. I'm just running a knife along the edge just to get these all loosened, and I'm putting them on the platter, not only for presentation, but because I want them to cool completely before I package them up and put them in the fridge. Yeah, they're perfectly browned on the bottom. These came out like literal perfection this time. I'm so proud. During the week, I like to just pop these into the microwave to heat them up, and you have an amazing breakfast or lunch, and it's all ready to go for you. Okay, the next recipe is going to be the ultimate tuna salad. I like to add hard-boiled egg into my tuna salad. I know a lot of people think this is weird, but not to me. It's literally the perfect combination of hard-boiled egg, like an egg salad, and tuna mixed together. I already use these cooked hard-boiled eggs that you can just buy at the store. It makes it so much easier, and I just use a couple of other ingredients, some mayo, some spicy mustard. I like to put some chopped onion in there, salt and pepper, and my absolute favorite tuna. This is the best tuna that I have ever had in my life. So first I'm just gonna drain my tuna. I like my tuna drained really well. And then we're just gonna add that into a big bowl, and then we're gonna add all the other ingredients, and this will make the best protein-packed lunch salad. I actually ate this afternoon, and I put it on top of a pickle spear, like the Clausen pickles that are like flat. I put this salad on top of it and ate it. It was delicious. So if you've never tried to make tuna salad this way, and you like hard-boiled eggs, I would totally tell you, do it. Do it as soon as possible. I'm adding in some chopped white onion. I love onions. Celery, I'm not that big of a fan, but you could easily just do celery instead. I think you need a little bit of a crunch in this salad since the tuna and the egg are kind of soft. So either one is perfect. Do whatever you like and whatever you have on hand. Okay, the handy dandy egg cutter is back in action, everyone. It's back. And I like to cut it one way, flip the egg, turn it a little bit to the side, and then do it again so that it literally just chops it for me. It's just so much easier than making a complete mess with a knife on my cutting board. So if you have one of these egg thingies, I will link mine in the description box if you're interested in grabbing one. They're like super cheap from Amazon, but it's perfect with absolutely no mess. Highly recommend. And as a rule of thumb for this recipe, I like to add 1 hard-boiled egg per can of tuna. So obviously you could make this with 1 can. I'm just prepping enough so that I could have it for a couple days in a row. And I'm doing 2 cans and 2 hard-boiled eggs today. So I'm gonna season this with salt and pepper. And then just a little squeeze of the spicy mustard gives it that amazing, like the hard-boiled egg salad taste. It's so good. And I like to add in just enough mayo so that it's not dry. And then also I'm going to do a little bit of Italian seasoning. Normally I would do oregano only, but I just grabbed the Italian seasoning today and it works just fine. You don't taste it, but you need it. You need it in there. I have a really good low carb bread that I will link in the description box that I absolutely love. It's by Schmidt's, and what I like to do is make an open faced sandwich. So I'll usually put lettuce and tomato down and then put this salad right on top of that piece of bread, like I toast it. It's the best lunch ever because you feel like you're eating a sandwich, but you're not, you know, breaking the low carb bank. Like you're still staying within your limits. This salad is so delicious. You have to try it. Just pop this in the fridge and it is ready to go. Okay, so now I'm gonna prep my veggies for my broccoli picnic salad. This recipe is one of my favorites. I make it multiple times a year. I make it when it's not summer. So anybody who has never tried it before, I urge you to just test it out, try it for yourself, see what you think. I'm washing my veggies really well, and then the broccoli just needs to be washed really well because we're not cooking it. So I just washed it and I'm drying it here. So this salad is amazing. We've got onion, we've got some nuts in there, some slivered almonds, actually sliced almonds, and some bacon, broccoli, chives, and then a little bit of paprika. And I'll show you how to make the dressing in just a second. But this salad, it's just one of my favorites. It's great to have in the fridge just for like an easy, quick lunch. So here I'm just prepping the broccoli, and I'm actually, I'll put the recipe down in the description box for this broccoli picnic salad. I'm just cutting the broccoli florets into bite-sized pieces, but I'm measuring them because I'm cutting the recipe in half this time. And it's important to measure your broccoli because the dressing amounts go with how much broccoli you have. So that's why I urge you when you're making this, try not to do it by eye unless you're like perfect at measuring by eye. I would urge you just to measure the broccoli to make sure that you don't have either too much dressing or not enough. And by some sort of magical luck, I had exactly the right amount of broccoli. And now this is a pretty big red onion. I'm going to just cut it in half, but I'm gonna cut it not exactly in half. I'm gonna cut a little smaller piece, and that is what I'm going to be using in the salad today. Not the big piece, the smaller piece. And now I'm just chopping up some fresh chives. I'm gonna add these onto the top at the end, but I'm just prepping them now. Okay, I'm gonna add in my almonds. These just give such an amazing crunch. They're so good. And then obviously some of the bacon that I made earlier. I'm just gonna cut this into bite-sized pieces and add that in as well. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. So now that we have our salad pretty much ready, we're gonna make the dressing. All you're gonna need is some mayonnaise, some apple cider vinegar, some salt and pepper, and then a little bit of Truvia, or the sweetener of your choice, along with a little bit of lemon juice. And all the measurements will be down in the description box. And when I meal prepped this, I thought to myself, I'll just half the recipe since I'm the only one that's gonna be eating it. I should have definitely made the full recipe because this was gone in about 2 days flat. That's how good it is. Here's where I like to taste it just for seasoning, and actually I needed a little bit more salt. So now you're just gonna add the dressing right onto your salad, mix it really well, and that is it. Now I'm just gonna put it into a Tupperware and pop it in the fridge, but before I do that, I'm just going to sprinkle on a little bit of paprika. I feel like this gives a nice color and also just like a little bit of a smoky, spicy taste, and then also some of those fresh chopped chives right on top. You don't have to go to a picnic to be making broccoli picnic salad. Make it for your meal prep. You will not be sorry. And of course I had to taste it. I hadn't even eaten lunch. I'm meal prepping all of these things this day and I didn't even have lunch, so I had a couple bites. The longer this sits, the better it's going to taste. That's my favorite part about making this broccoli picnic salad. Okay, so now I'm gonna be meal prepping some zucchini. They looked amazing. They were local from my store. I was so excited. So I'm just washing these really well, and then I'm going to just pat them dry. And what I'm doing here for these, I'm going to be spiralizing them and then just putting them in a Tupperware so that I have them ready to make like a quick and easy side dish. This spiralizer is amazing. It comes with 2 different size noodles, I guess you could call them. Zoodles. There's like a smaller, like more angel hair size, and then a thicker side. I'm gonna be using the thicker side today. I love this thing. If you guys don't have one and you're a low carber or you just like veggie noodles, you have to do this. Here's my little hack for when you get towards the end and you don't want to cut your knuckles. I like to stick a fork in there and then just use that to make zoodles all the way to the end. If you're interested in this tool, I will link it down in the description box as well. Look how easy that was. That was 1 zucchini only, guys. Isn't that crazy? So I'm actually just gonna do one. The third one I'm just gonna stick back in my fridge and use it for a different recipe. But this ended up being so much noodles. Or zoodles, sorry. I like to do a quick side dish for like a weeknight. In a little bit of butter, I add in the zucchini noodles just in a small saucepan. Put a little bit of basil pesto sauce in there. Mix it all together. And it is literally the perfect side dish. I added a couple slivered almonds into it this time, but it was delicious. Okay, so then I have these little mini baby peppers, I call them. They're super good. They're great for salads, they're great for snacking, just the possibilities are endless. So what I like to do is prep a couple of these so that they're ready to go when I'm ready to just grab them. So all I'm doing is putting them into a little colander here, and I'm gonna rinse them really well and pat them dry and then pack them up so that I have them in the fridge and they're ready to go. I also feel that when I prep my veggies like this, like the zucchini noodles or these peppers or any vegetable really or fruit, I feel like I eat them. I feel like if stuff is just sitting in my fridge and I forget about it, I don't see it, it's in a drawer, I just forget about it and it ends up going bad. So when I prep foods like this, it really is as a way to meal prep because I will use all of these vegetables now. Thank you guys for joining me today on my little meal prep journey. I hope you guys got inspired to go and meal prep some items of your own, just so that you can have something to eat that's already prepped and ready to go during a busy work week or during a busy week. All of our weeks now, I guess, are busy. So why not meal prep something so you have something delicious waiting for you in your fridge? But like I said, if you guys liked this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more meal prep videos, comment down below. There will definitely be a fall version coming soon. But I hope you guys will subscribe and I will see you really, really soon with a new video. But until then, I hope you all have an amazing day and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.